Hi students, welcome to the session on electrostatic potential and potential energy. I am Sheikh Majid. In this class, we are going to see about what is the meaning of electrostatic potential, what is the definition for potential energy, right? And how to find the unit of potential and potential difference, right? Okay, right. So first we know what is a potential difference, electrostatic potential difference. It is nothing but the work done to move a charge from one point to another point, right? So potential difference is nothing but work done to move a charge from one point to another point. Why we have to study this? What is the significance? Let us see now, right? Okay. So let us assume that we are having one charge Q plus Q. It's a positive charge located here, right? And we know that positive charge radiates like this, right? Okay. The electric field will go away from the positive charge. And we also assume that a test charge small q, which is also positive, is located here. Let us assume that point is R, right? So now what we want to do is we want to move the test charge from point R to point P, right? So when we want to move a discharge from point R to point P, we have to do some work, right? Why we have to do some work? Because there will be a force given by this source charge, right? We have that, then it will create some field. We have to overcome that field, then only we can move discharge from point R to point P, right? Because this charge is having some field here, right? So we have to move that. So we need to do some work, right? This work done is stored as potential energy at this point. So we note that potential energy is U, right? So we are doing some work. That work is stored as potential energy, right? So we assume that we are moving the discharge q dash or q small q from point R to point P with the constant velocity. So what is the meaning of this? That means we are giving some external force, right? By applying the force only we can move the object. So we are giving some external force to move the charge from point R to point P, right? That force must be exactly opposite to the force generated by the capital Q. Yes or no? We are moving against the force generated by capital Q. So I am giving some external force F external. Why I am giving external force? Because I have to move the charge from point R to point P. I am applying some external force. How much I have to apply and which direction I have to apply, because force is a vector quantity. It has both magnitude and direction. I have to apply the force against this direction, right? Because this is the direction the force is from this charge comes. So I have to apply the direction opposite to the force sent by this capital Q. Let us assume that is our Coulomb's force. So F external must be equal to minus Fc. This minus indicates I am applying the force opposite to the Coulomb's force, or simply F, no problem, whatever you keep. In your book, they have kept Coulomb's force, so we are saying Coulomb's force. So I am applying the force which is opposite to the force generated by the capital Q, right? That's why I put minus sign, right? Okay. Then what is the work done? Work done to move a charge from point R to point P. So work done to move my discharge from point R to P is given by integral R to P, because I am moving from point R to point B. If you take A to B, you put A and B. That is given by how much force I am giving? F external I am giving, right? It is dot dr, right? It is dot, not product, right? So it is not multiplication, dot product, right? Because we know we studied about dot product in the 11th standard. See, okay, sorry, this is not this W, work done, right? Work done is equal to F dot dr. We know that work done is equal to force into displacement in the 11th standard. We studied that in the 11th standard. So same thing I am applying here. But why I am using integration instead of directly substituting W is equal to F into D? Let me tell you, right? So here we are having source charge, here we are having test charge. let us assume this is point R, this is point P, sorry, opposite, right? This is point P, this point R. What I am going to do, I am moving the charge from this location to here, right? So we cannot find in general because it is charge is moving at every location. So I split the total length into small segment, right? I find what is the amount of work done to move a charge from this point to this point. Let me apply that force F1 and the distance is dr1. Here let us assume that I am applying force F2 to move from this point to this point, and the displacement is the dr2 distance it has moved. Here let me assume F3 force I apply dot dr3 distance is dr3. Similarly here I assume that Fn dot drn, right? So since it is a continuous parameter, we know that for what I have to do, we studied about continuous charge distribution and the superposition. If it is discrete, I can use summation, but it is continuous, I have to integrate and add all the things. So integration of F1 dr1, F2 dr2, F3 dr3, Fn drn, simply it will become F external dot total distance dr. Clear or not? Small distance dr. So W is equal to, where we are starting from R to P integration, y integration, because it is a continuous force. So R to P F external dot dr. Okay. Next thing we have to know is Coulomb's force is conservative force. Coulomb's force is conservative. What is conservative? Conservative force, it is very important to mark question. Conservative force is nothing but the force, right, which is so conservative force is nothing but it is the work done is independent of path. Work done is independent of path, right, and depends only on starting point R and end point P, right? If the work done by is purely depending on starting and end point and independent of the path taken by the object, then the force is known as conservative force, right? Why I am telling this? Because we have to use that here, right? So let us assume that the potential energy at point P is UP. U defines potential energy. At a point P means UP. Similarly, the potential difference at point R is UR, right? So R is my starting point, end is my P is my end point. Now, the difference in potential energy, right? This is starting, right? This is end point. The difference in potential energy, this is known as UP minus UR. Yes or no? Right? Because here it will have more potential energy, here it is a less potential energy. So UP minus UR. This difference in potential energy only we are defining as work done to bring a discharge from point R to point P. Right? So work done. Differential in potential energy is known as work done to move a charge from one point to another point, or simply here I am moving from point R to point U. So UP minus UR is equal to W, that is equal to del U. What is that? Del means change. So how much potential is changed from point P to point R? That's what the difference gives, right? Suppose let us assume at point potential energy R is potential energy is 10, at point P potential energy is 15. What is the change in potential energy? 5, because UP 15, UR 10. So 10 minus 5 is 15. That is what this 5 is meaning. So del U is equal, del U is nothing but change. How much change we have? 5. So potential change in potential energy is given by UP minus UR. That is equal to work done, I told. So then UP minus UR is equal to W, that is equal to del. So U. So UP minus UR I can write as del U, right? We have already know what is W. W we know, W is equal to work done to move a charge from point R to P. This we know, F dot dr. Clear? You derive this, right? Because why I substituted del U is equal to W we know. Clear? W here we are having W equation. W is equal to P external F dot F external F dot ER, right? So simply I write as. Okay. Then we know that F external is equal to minus F coulomb. F coulomb is equal to, we know, minus QE. External force where we are applying? We are applying for source charge or test charge? We are applying for test charge, so we have to put small q. If you are applying for source charge, we have to put capital Q. So F is equal to QE. So substitute that in the equation. R2P external, F external is nothing but minus QE, right? Because FC, minus FC, right? So minus QE dot dr, right? Formula. So Q is a constant, take outside, so minus Q R2P, right? Sorry, Q, you keep it, no problem, whatever it be, E dot dr, right? So it will be E dot dr. Now del U. So left hand side we are having del U. Now you bring this Q this side, what it will be become? Del U by Q is equal to minus E dot dr R to P, right? So what is that? It is del U is potential energy difference. This is charge. This potential energy difference per charge is given by minus R2P E dot dr. You see now the equation right hand side, this equation is independent of test charge. We don't have test charge in the equation. Clear? So this is very, very important. Del U by Q. What is that? Del U by Q. What is del U? Potential difference. Potential energy difference by Q is nothing but charge. So potential energy difference per charge, right? This is known as what you call as potential difference, right? So the potential difference between point P and R is given by Vp minus Vr is equal to del V, right? Okay, so this is very, very important equation. So potential difference between the point P and point R, right? So how can I define in terms of other parameter? The electric potential difference is nothing but, I told in first slide itself, the work done to move an object from one point to another point. Here the work done by external force to bring the charge from point R to point P. That is what your potential difference. So what we know? Here we know that potential difference is now given by Vp minus Vr, potential at point P minus potential at point R. That is equal to del V, potential difference. That is given by, it is known as E minus E dot dr, right? So we know del U by Q dash is equal to del V. That is equal to Vp minus Vr. So instead of del U by Q, I substituted del V. So that is what your potential difference, right? So this is very, very, very important. This equation is very, very, very important equation. Potential difference is given by del V, that is equal to minus E dot dr, right? So also we know that we substituted del U by Q is equal to del V. This implies del U is equal to Q into del V, right? So this is another important, because the potential energy difference, del U is nothing but potential energy difference, del V is potential difference. So Potential difference between the 2 points is very important parameter. So now we define what is electric potential, right? So the electric potential at point P is given by work done by an external force to bring a unit positive charge from point R to point P, right? If you want to define potential, it is nothing but to move or bring an object from, suppose for example, you want to define what is potential at point P. So potential at point P, let us assume Vp. How can you define this? It is equal to the work done by an external force to bring a charge, right, from infinity to point P. So please understand difference between potential energy and potential. Potential is nothing but the work done by external force to bring a charge from infinity to one point P. Potential difference is work done by a external force to move a charge from one point R to another point P, right, in the region containing some electric field, external electric field. Very important. Potential is moving object. Why I am taking infinity? That is very important, right? So what is the reason for taking the potential at infinity? At potential at infinity is 0. That's why we take it as a reference. Why potential at infinity is 0? We will see it in the next video, right? So this we have to know. Potential at infinity is okay, right? So V infinity is 0. That means potential. V is used for referring potential. So potential at infinity is 0. That is considered as a reference point. So that's what we are using in the lab experiment or circuit. No, ground potential is 0. We are telling this is what our ground, right? So we want to clarify something. So what is potential equation we derived? We derived Vp is equal to moving an object from infinity to particular point P. That is potential. Potential difference is moving object from one point to another point. So here we are see I am moving the object from minus infinity to P. Here that is potential, not potential difference, right? So this is very important equation. Next, we have to remember some important point. Potential at any point depends upon the electric field due to source charge only. Very important. Why? You see the equation we derived, right? V is equal to minus E dot dr. Who is creating electric field? We studied that only this capital Q only will create electric field, and we are moving small charge Q against this electric field. So potential is purely depending on electric field due to the source charge. Q is capital Q is a source charge. It is not at all depending on the electric field generated by the test charge. Clear? This is very important point. Right? Next one. Right? So next one, if you are bringing your unit positive charge from infinity to point P with constant velocity, right? So we are doing some work against the external field, right? So that is stored as kinetic. It is not, so that is very important. Next one, we know that what is that? Del u is equal to my del u by q dot. Del u by q is equal to minus E dot dr. This we know, right? From this what we are understanding, right? So from this we can derive the equation for unit of potential. Here you see it is potential energy. What is the unit of potential energy? Joule. What is the unit of charge? Coulomb. So joule per coulomb is the unit of electric potential, right? But we are not using the joule in the real time. Instead we are using the unit known as volt, right? So this unit is given in memory of this great scientist Alexandro Volta. right? So he invented battery. So in his memory only, the joules per coulomb or the unit of electric potential is called volt, right? So that's all about this session. If you are having any doubt, please ask me in comment section. I have given you some questions to test your understanding. Kindly submit your answers in the comment section. If you are having any doubts also, we can clarify in comment section. Thank you.